play in face-off percentage.
Could be decided from the dot. You have to keep the ball out of the hands of the Syracuse attack.
And that's been Mullen's one glaring issue so far is the violations, and he begins with one today.
And we see
3 on the shot clock here. It's in the stick of Urksa, former Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Tried to go two-man game, the man fell down, and Whittier puts it on the turf. And the Orange come up with it. That's Figueres who gets it back to his goalie, McCool. And a stop early for the Orange. Pick up the ground ball. Hiltz down the alley, ball on the ground. That's Stamos who knocked it out. And that's McDonald who picked it up. His first action of the season. See if Maryland gets the new guys in this offense trying to just gel things together here through the first couple weeks. Kelly turns it, and that's deflected wide. McCool has it behind the goal. And another stop for this Syracuse defense, which is much improved this year.
Yeah, that was 42 in blue, able to knock that down to his goalie. That's an excellent play. Syracuse's defense, who has been
all or nothing doing. Little two-man game. This is where he operates the best. Tries to pass it on the ground. Gorno didn't see it. And a shot goes wide from Thompson.
Thompson has been an excellent second option behind Spallina this year with 7 goals.
Syracuse has been very good at home. Ball on the ground, Burles knocked it free. But a loose ball push called against him. Home fans don't like that call.
And you can't let Syracuse have possessions like this, Ben, where they just keep getting
Tillman for years.
And Loyola is a very, very good team. That was an impressive win on the road, a place that Maryland lost at 2 years ago, but you're just not going to have those same opportunities against a team like Syracuse who can score so many different types of goals.
Leo gives off, and the Hiltz fires it right into the catching stick of McNaney. Double-digit saves in the first 2 contests, and Maryland's new #1 has looked comfortable here. 10 on the shot clock in the stick of Ford near side. Something's got to come quickly, and he just tries a long one. McCool denies it with the stick. And Dwan picks it up. He's tripped up. And from the ground, ball's picked up. That's Urksa, the junior, with a nifty play to win another possession back.
That's an incredible play by 10 and White.
To the front, and Kelly was wide, and he missed him. And Syracuse is going to cause the turnover.
But instead, for Urksa, it has kind of been a slow start, and those, turnover issues have started to come back. But he just has so much talent, and there's a reason why he's on the watch list.
Spallina throws it in front. Behind the back, it's Deere. Fresh squeeze. The Orange are juiced up early in College Park.
The ball movement from this Syracuse team is unbelievable. Whenever you get the ball in the stick.
Ford's got the pull on him. Now short stick matchup. Keegan fires. McCool denies it. Ball still loose in front. Whistle blows. And how about this for Jimmy McCool? He's up to 4.
Little team.
Roa, excuse me. Opposite side. Pass to the front, Roa. Now goes back behind the cage. Spallina. Another pass on the doorstep. It's wide. And wow, Schaller wins the chase. That's unbelievable from 27 in White.
But that's
exactly right. The team hadn't given up any first quarter goals. Schultz, second line midi, gives it down low. Here is Jack Dowd, the transfer from Salisbury. Long shot to top corner from Stobaugh. And we're tied in College Park. Elijah Stobaugh's first of the year.
John Tillman is trying to switch things up on this offensive end. He gets some more guys run, and the reward, what a goal. Stobaugh paints the corner, and we're tied. Thomas Gravino there, the shorty.
Oh, another behind the back goes off the post from Thompson. We've become accustomed to seeing that. And this is unbelievable what we've seen from Syracuse so far in terms
of. He's now kind of the leader of the defensive unit, scooping up a ground ball. I've been really impressed by Maryland's ability to do that today.
In the front, it's saved by McCool. That was a great look for Maryland.
It was Gravino again, the shorty. He just took it up and he said, hey, why not?
This Cuse offense entered the day averaging 18 goals per game through its first 3. That's a long look, and Roa sneaks it by McNaney. Cuse back in front.
And that's the type of shot that McNaney has usually been so comfortable with from distance. And if you're Gravino, you've got to step to him. You've got to be aggressive. Syracuse could shoot from anywhere. And he just put it middle. You know, it hits that bottom. Realizing, is it, if you're the Terps, you want to try to respond, and instead this great offense gets another shot.
Syracuse spins it fast. A look for Birtwistle. McNaney gobbles up the bouncer. Out it rolls back. Keegan, middle of the field. Has the short stick on him. He beats him. And he scores! A big one from Matthew Keegan. Ties it up with 5 ticks to go in quarter 1.
That's huge for the Terps to be able to tie this game up before the quarter break, and he just snaked through the defense. 36 in white has been a revelation out of the...
At the dot, he has lost his last 2. And Mullen scoots it right back to Sam English, the former Princeton tie. To find Spallina at X, that's where he operates the best.
It's just disruptive from Schaller. That's kind of a message. It's not going to be easy.
Spallina tried to go around the world. Burles picks up the loose ball.
Like I said, Will Schaller, he knows the tricks. He's stuck
on him. A look here for Urksa. Great defense as he is walled off, and Rice picks up the ground ball. The Orange love to push in transition. And Rice will give it off and get off the field.
He stepped up in a larger role this year with McDonald down. He's going to keep playing even though he's back.
Spallina tried to go for Thompson. Loose. And there's Larkin to get it. Here comes 26 in white in transition. Fires and scores! A.J. Larkin puts Maryland in front.
That's going to be a moment that he will forever remember. The great defensive play. Then he gets the GB, and you knew he was going to let it fly. The bouncer is in. Look at how much it means to him. Raider has lost all that he has taken.
That goal for Larkin, the second of his career. Here's Leo. Syracuse looks for the response, and they've got the guys to do it. Look inside, Thompson, quick stick and a score. Tie game.
And that's why the face-offs are so important. You know, you feel that momentum go back in Maryland's favor, and all of a sudden, Syracuse, they win it at the dot. And when you get this offense the ball, great things happen. Finn Thompson has really gone their way. And again, that's so dangerous for Maryland.
Spallina behind the back dish. English wasn't ready for it. Ball's on the ground. And Maryland comes up with it. Kohler. Kohler wrote a note to himself back in 5th grade. That strategy is to keep the ball away from 35 in blue. Billy Dwan on the Torrington watch list. Just a fantastic player for the Orange.
And again, another Loyola guy.
Here's Spanos. Dumps to the front. Urksa finds it in. Terps back in front. And a beautiful dish from Eric Spanos.
Terps giving the Orange a taste of their own medicine with that one. With a great pass just on the doorstep. Eric Spanos, after redshirting on the Natty team, has been outstanding. And he finds his partner in crime, number 10, Urksa.
This orange team get too many possessions, scoring at an alarmingly historic rate. Spallina behind the goal with Deer. This is a dangerous matchup, and Schaller just keeps shading him. McCarthy gives back to Spallina, 22 in blue. With a low shot, McNaney scoops it off the turf.
And now McNaney's field.
Schultz takes it down behind the goal. Urksa just scored it. Another look here, and a whistle. Somebody stepped in the crease. Syracuse ball. McCool denied it anyway.
I think it was Spanos who was guilty there. Just by playing as a team, Ben. You know, I think at the end of the day, that's how you can slow down this Maryland team if everybody's communicating like you see right there.
So far, Syracuse, 17 shots with 10 of them on goal. Offense has peppered Maryland from all over the place, but the defense has held tall with McNaney. He's got 7 saves. Spallina through the middle, long shot, he scores! That's exactly how you draw it up out of the timeout, and Syracuse ties this game.
You can't let 22 have a look.
Joey Spallina, the NCAA leader in points, already had an assist in this one.
That's so good from English, setting that screen, and if you give Spallina an inch of space, he's gonna paint the corner. You can't let anybody in blue just walk right down Broadway. You have to respect everybody on the field right now for Syracuse.
And here's Roa. Gives it to English.
Remember, he set that pick on the Spallina goal. Now he's got it in his stick. Let's see what 15 can do.
Another one of the Canadian products on this Syracuse team. Has the short stick on him and fires it wide. There's 2-7 in white on him, Schaller.
There's English. He's going to look to set another pick.
Schaller does a good job to get over it. Spallina scores anyway. Back-to-back goals for the NCAA leader in points, and the Orange go in front here late in the first half.
Carbon copy of the goal that tied it. Just an excellent job by English to slow down Schaller even for a split second, because when you've got Joey Spallina, a split second's all you need. 22 gets to the front and gives the...
Who was their starting Fogo 2 years ago when these two teams played here.
I still think John Tillman is trying to figure out the balance between the two, but a big face-off here for 23 in white.
First one of the second half belongs to Maryland, and that's Jack McDonald coming from the wing for the ground ball. First possession, McDonald takes it himself, and McCool stonewalls him.
Just 3 times in the first 30 minutes has their offensive unit beaten McCool.
Here's Leo. He looks to dodge often. Through the middle, fires, it's wide.
McNaney may have gotten a piece again.
But now you got Spallina to chase, and this is where you can set up well if you're Cuse. He's got the last for him here today in College Park, Potomac native, and played at St. John's High School in Washington, D.C. Michael Leo, we touched on, had the controversial, what should have been the game-winning goal before the violation fell into the goal mouth. And Stamos one on the other end. And Cuse, a bouncing shot from English right in the stick of McNaney. Here come the Terps in transition. There's Stamos right on cue. He's tripped up.
Flag.
And the flag comes out.
The ref had it stuck in his pocket. It took a while for it to come, and that's one of those from Syracuse that you just kind of have to do. You have to do something. Here's another look as Stamos is moving forward. That's a guy that Cuse remembers well. And Stamos, and now it's a must-have for Maryland.
2 on the crease for Maryland, including Elliot Dubik. Here's Jack Dowd up top. Maryland spins it. One more to Urksa. Back to Spanos. He's got space. Didn't take the shot. Syracuse in rotation. First man up opportunity today.
Syracuse is so good at this zone.
Dowd, McCool denies it, back in front, and right on the doorstep, it's Elliot Dubik, and he ties this game. What a moment for the Winston Churchill native.
His only job on this team is to stand in the middle on man-up situations. Why him? That's why. Great awareness.
Ford up at the top. Maryland keeps it moving. Ford back to his right. Long shot, and the stick denied it. Out in front of the goal, Kelly tried to pick it up, and this ball's loose. Who wants it? Ford's got it. And he wins another possession.
Gorno was on the field for a long time now. Finally, the Terps have their guys.
That's a great cut, and the shot is saved by McCool.
And out.
Fresh 60 for Spallina in the orange. Here comes 22 in blue. Gives it off to Hiltz, a long one. McNaney scoops it off the turf. That's what number 1 in white does so well. He's got 9.
Maryland's got to get Kelly going. 45 in white. He's scored so many for the Terps in his 4 years here.
He was vocal in the pregame warm-ups. We saw that. Schultz, shot clock at 15 for Maryland. Can hear the hollers from the orange bench. Spanos inside. Kelly right on cue. Maryland back in front.
What did I say? 45 is such a weapon out of Calvert Hall up in Towson. Just get him the ball. Let him make a play. He's been sneaking around in the middle all game long. He couldn't keep it in play. That's a gift for Syracuse. Can they take advantage?
And another save by McNaney. And he's in double digits for the 3rd time this year in 3 games.
Able to.
Syracuse spins it quickly here for Leo. And that hit off the side netting. That's a good look, though, from Leo.
This is rushed. Have we seen Syracuse score that this year? Absolutely. But at the same time, you know, we've seen such good ball movement from the orange all day long, and you're kind of settling there, I think, for a tough angle shot against one of the best goalies in the country.
You and I watched the game on Monday against Towson, and a lot of the looks that Syracuse got, we knew that Maryland wasn't going to have them give up those same kind of looks. And that's what we've seen as a flag comes in here. So Maryland a chance here to steal one.
And that's so big for Maryland because you've got all the momentum already, and now you can take your time. You know, if you come up empty-handed here.
Kelly back to down. Spanos, one more to Urksa. Maryland keeps it spinning. Spanos rips and scores! Eric Spanos, Maryland up by 2.
This is the best quarter of lacrosse I've seen Maryland play all year. The defense is doing their job, and the offense just picks up right where they leave off. It's complementary.
Maryland has looked complete on the offensive side. A 180 flip from last week.
Against the best defense they've seen all year as well.
.30 on the shot clock. Spanos again, he scores! A 3-goal lead for the Terps in the rain. Eric Spanos back to back.
And it's like I just said, you know, it's that spark plug. Once Maryland gets going, you give the ball to number 7. Momentum on your side. Looks like they're just gonna let it go.
Hiltz to the front, he changes that right away. Owen Hiltz, number 77 in blue, puts the orange back within 2.
And when you have this much talent, the timeout is not even needed. You just need trust in your guys. Hiltz is just so smart. He beats a great defender there in Canfield. He gets himself in front. And he says, we will not. So the dot was their big opportunity, I think, Ben, coming into this game. If they could control that, they could control the game, and they haven't. And yet here they are, still winning.
There's a win for Crater. Passes to the outs game. Spanos the only one with 2. And he's got the last 2 for Maryland. Maryland remains patient here, up by 2. 30 seconds on the clock. See if Maryland starts to pick it up here. Urksa, the junior, gives back to Spanos down low. Back up top. No look there for Whittier. Passes it inside. Ford lets it fly, and he's got it. Terps regain the 3-goal lead.
Good things come to those who wait. Maryland had a few looks on that possession, but they just kept waiting, knowing that they would get a better one. And I don't know if you can get a better look than that for Ford.
In this man defense throughout today. Ford again, McCool into the catching stick. Are you a fan of that shot there, Tyler?
Times, you know, you're going to keep trying that if you're Syracuse. It worked twice. It hasn't worked since.
English puts it just high and wide, and Maryland gets the chase. That's not a great shot from English with no one to chase.
Syracuse is frustrated right now. They're averaging 18 goals a game. It's come easy for them. So far this season, they have not faced a team like Maryland, and they have not played.
Those same kind of vibes from what you saw last week?
Absolutely.
And that one just goes wide. And the deflection right to McCool. 39's out of the cage. He'll have to find a way to clear here. And that's a nifty pass over his head to Grace, and Cuse out of danger.
Urgency is so important. You know, Maryland, especially in that game against Loyola, the offense got going at the adversity. They certainly have the talent to do it. But can they get those results?
And McCarthy puts it right into the stomach of McNaney. 11 saves last week with 18 of them, but better today. Spanos to the left, denied. Kelly on the doorstep. Maryland's up by 4. Number 45 in white, Daniel Kelly, comes through again. And there's confirmation.
Like I said earlier, 45, he just lurks in the middle. He's so opportunistic. And when McCool didn't get all of it, Kelly is right there to scoop up the garbage and stick it right back in. Brees and live to fight another day. As we see Syracuse, as they so often do, sub on the omids to try to get the ball clear.
Maryland relentless with the ride. Gravino got the ball out. And what's the call here?
Spanos took a big shot.
A flag comes out from the official.
I think it's going to be on Eric Spanos. And if that's the case, that's the gift, that's the opportunity that Syracuse have been waiting for all half.
Now a potential possession for the Orange becomes even more dire. Up a man. Man up about to come to an end, but still a shot here. Maybe pass behind the back, goes one more. Spallina to the crease, and a finish on the doorstep by Hiltz. Oh my goodness, the ball was spinning so fast. My head is dizzy. That is incredible from Syracuse, and it's back within 3.
Again, all this behind the back, you know, on the finishes. What really gets me excited about this offense is their ability to pass the ball. They move so well off their way, and Syracuse gets 7 more chances. Think about how different of a game this could be.
On the doorstep, ball came loose. 20 on the shot clock. Maryland resets behind the cage with Bryce Ford. goes around and scores. Bryce Ford again, and Maryland's back up by 4.
Terps love to go back to front. It's so hard to defend them because they're just so good at it. We see it all the time from Spanos, and they get a new piece here in Ford this year out of the portal. He says, don't forget about me. You know, I could
win here at home. Still time, and Cuse can score and score fast. Shot McNaney right into the catching stick. Save number 12 for number 1.
And at this point, I think if you're
4 goals.
And Ben, what that allows you to do is sub.
That's right. Here's the ride for Maryland. Ball comes free. Stobaugh knocked it out. And down on the ground, Atkin, and he has the ball just kicked out by Rice, and flags come out.
You can't lose your head now if you're Maryland. You've already got the man up.
John Tillman talked about how impressed he was with his team.
Another look at it. You could see at the very end there of that shot, 35 came in and had a really...
One thing's for certain in this one. Maryland took being underdogs at home personally. It takes down number 2 Syracuse here in College Park.
Just an unbelievable stat for Tillman to be 7-0 against a program as good as Syracuse. But today, despite all the noise, you know, despite